Hi everyone, hope you're all having a great day today. In today's video, I'm going to go over BlackBerry stock. It's going to be a quick video because it's just going to be the update for the CO portion, but be on the lookout for tomorrow's video, which will be going over the street expectations for the Q3 release, which will be released on end of December 2023. I'm going to do a year-over-year comparison, quarter-over-quarter comparison based off those expectations and my expectations. But in this video, it's going to be a CO update, going over the official press release, RBC Capital's viewpoint on this as well, and their expectations on terms of how it will be transitioning to future CEOs and so on and so forth, and also my expectations as well. Now, if you go to BlackBerry Investor Relations website, you can see the official press release by clicking the press release tab on the BlackBerry Investor Relations website, and you'll see that it was posted on October 30th, 2023. I did post a video that day prior to this official press release stating that this was going to happen, and the official press release will be posted within the same day, and it was. And they announced on that day that John Chen, Executive Chair and CEO of BlackBerry, will retire from the company effective November 4th, 2023. Today is November 9th, 2023, so it has already happened. This aligns with the terms of Mr. Chen's contract and follows the conclusion of Project Imperium evaluation, which is pretty interesting because that evaluation was third-party companies coming in to evaluate what's the best way to bring shareholders value in terms of increasing the share price of the company. And at the end of the evaluation, conclusion was to not renew John Chen's contract, so pretty interesting. Richard Lynch will succeed Mr. Chen as board chair and will also serve as Interim Chief Executive Officer while BlackBerry completes its search for a permanent CEO. In my viewpoint, I believe that a new CEO/2 CEOs will be coming in, because one for the cybersecurity side of the business and one for IoT side of the business after the IPO split. But RBC Capital views it as a different viewpoint. So they see RBC Capital views the announcement as neutral in terms of John Chen leaving the company as CEO, but the rest of this stuff is just going through the press release official stuff. But the main point of the viewpoint is a permanent CEO is likely to be responsible for managing the separation and IPO of the IoT unit, along with running the cybersecurity business going forward. So they think that a CEO will come in to manage the IPO split, and then will run the cybersecurity side of the business. But at the same time, quick disclaimer, I'm not a professional, and everything I do is just basically opinion-based, my opinion. So do your own research and due diligence before buying and selling. Plus, keep in mind, I do own shares in BlackBerry, so keep that in mind as well. In terms of the professionals, they're expecting that CEO will come in before the split and manage the split as well. Keep in mind, though, BlackBerry cybersecurity portion of the business will still own 70-80% of the IoT business, even though they're not separate entities, but two different companies, separate companies. It's just the IoT will be subsidiary of the BlackBerry/cybersecurity company. So again, cybersecurity will still own 70-80% of the IoT. The IPO is just 20-30% of the IoT business. Keep that in mind. Now, in terms of the BlackBerry Board of Directors, they would like to express its gratitude to John for his decade of strong leadership, his achievements of saving BlackBerry and repositioning as a software company with leading cybersecurity and IoT technologies has been remarkable, basically, they were stating, he was stating, said Prem Watsa, lead director of BlackBerry Board. I will say this, doing a turnaround, or like having a successful turnaround story for a company, it is quite difficult. John Chen, I would say, did a great job. The only problem is revenue just never came in terms of revenue growth. That is the downfall, which is unfortunate. It's been an honor to lead and transform this iconic company over the past decade. I'm proud to have been able to establish BlackBerry's vision of a trusted software-defined world and to position the company to unlock value through separation of our core business units into two separate operation companies, said Mr. Chen. I want to thank everyone across the BlackBerry community, the board, employees, customers, partners, and more for your support during my tenure, and wish the company every success in the future. Hopefully he's not selling his shares. I believe last time I checked, it was about a year ago, it was about 5-6 million shares. I'm sure he has more now. And if he doesn't sell, that'd be great. If he sells, that's the downfall, because then the stock price would technically take a hit as well. I've known John Chen for almost 2 decades and have always been impressed with his focus and leadership. I want to thank John for his accomplishments and dedication to BlackBerry during a critical era for the company, said Mike Daniels, chair of the Compensation, Nomination, Governance Committee of BlackBerry Board. I will say Mike Daniels has known him for quite some time, because Mike Daniels' resume basically includes Sybase, working at Sybase, where John Chen came from before BlackBerry, and John Chen was CEO of Sybase and grew that company. It was a turnaround story as well, actually, and grew that company from $10 to $100. The company was worth $10 before it was bought out for $100 per share. I was hoping that would happen. Same with BlackBerry. Unfortunately, that did not happen. There was offers for other companies to buy out BlackBerry, but unfortunately, like John Chen stated in the last Q&A for the IPO of the IoT portion of the business, stating that until revenue comes in, any offer that comes in will essentially be a lowball offer, as it should technically, because if there's no proof of revenue growth or how much the potential is truly for the company, then any offer would just be a small offer, right? And it just won't be the true valuation based off what could happen for the company, especially the IoT portion of the business, right? Given QNX, or not QNX, well, QNX as well, but Ivy specifically, because Ivy could bring in a substantial amount of revenue in the future. Appointment of board chair and interim CEO. The board has determined that it is the best interest of the company to appoint interim executive management to provide continued stability and continuity for BlackBerry as we work through the transition to a new permanent CEO, said Mr. Watsa. With his deep industry experience and strong leadership track record, Dick is well positioned to continue advancing our strategy with the board's ongoing support and insight. Mr. Lynch joined the BlackBerry board in 2013 and serves as a member of its Compensation, Nomination, and Governance Committee. He's previously served as Executive Vice President and Chief Technology Officer of Verizon Communications and Verizon Wireless. He is a Director of Cohere Technologies and iConnective, and has served as Chairman of Ribbon Communications and as a Director of Ruckus Wireless. So the thing is, he's actually been with the company for quite some time. He was hired a little bit before John Chen, I believe, but in 2013. So he's been with BlackBerry for quite some time as well. So we'll see. He's just interim CEO. We'll see who comes in after as permanent CEOs, either before the split or after the split of IT. So hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And be on the lookout for tomorrow's video. I think that one's going to be the most important part. But yeah, that's basically it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.